These are the essential parts of any C program. In this video, we will learn how to reverse the elements of an array. I have already uploaded two videos to get this output. This is the third. In other words, you may say that this is the third method to get the reverse of an array's elements. In this video, in this program, I will use recursion to reverse the array elements. Let us see how can we do this. Okay, here I declare int n is for the size of the array and I for the index number. Obviously, we have to scan the size. For that, we show a message to the user so that he may insert a value according to his desire or her desire. And you know, the input entered by the user must be scanned. So obviously we use a scanf function and here will be %n. Once we got the size, it is time to declare the array. Here is the array of size n and name is a. Array name is a. Now it's time. You know, an array contains many elements, so accordingly it will contain many values. So these values must also be scanned, and obviously these values will be entered by the user. So we will show again a message to the user for the array elements. So I type here printf function. Here you see inside the double inverted comma a message for the user. The array elements are \n means array elements will be stored, will be scanned after a new line. Okay, in a new line, you may say in a new line, not in a line. Okay, now you know, for array elements are with index number. So to scan these elements we use a for loop, and obviously you know index number starts from 0, so I equals to 0 and I will go maximum up to n minus 1, so I will be less than n. And here to go to next element of the array, the I must be increased after each run. First it is 0, thereafter it will be 1, 2, 3, and sequentially the array elements are scanned. Now here it is time to scan the entered value. So here %d, and here will be the array elements with the index. First will be a0, thereafter a1, and in this way all array elements will be scanned. Okay, now it is time to reverse the array elements, because we have both now, the array size as well as the array elements. Now we will reverse the array elements. Reverse means, you know, suppose there is an array of 3 numbers 1, 3, 5. then reverse means you have to make it 531 using a C program, and in this program using recursion. So recursion is a function call, use of function call. When a function calls itself, then we say it is recursion. So we have to declare a function first. So let us do here void type function. I declare a void type function. You may name the function name according to your wish. I choose reverse. This reverse word is the function name, and here I have to pass two things. One is address, so for that int star, and the second is an integer, for that int. Okay, you see this argument, the first argument shows that address will be passed, and this indicates that I am going to use the pointer. Okay, now here will be function call. So function name you see is reverse. This is the function name, and the address is a, because a is the array name, and you must know, you must remember, this is an important concept, that array name is the address of its first element. So here I have passed the address of first element and thereafter its size. Two arguments, I have passed two arguments. Okay, so let us define this function for that void, because it is void type, and here is the reverse thing, the function name, and here int star a is the address, so star a will be the element inside this address a, and second will be int, second is the variable, so it is, and you see it is the size. So here you can take anything, suppose m, then if this m will be equal to n. You have to keep this in mind, because when we call a function, this means that these two values will be copied accordingly here. The first will corresponds to first argument, and the second, this is the second actual arguments, will correspond to the second formal argument. So n will be equals to m. The copies of n will be m, will go into m. For example, suppose n, you entered n equals to 5, then m will be 5. Okay, now it is time to define the function. So we have to reverse the array elements. For that we have to take temp. Here inside this function, inside the body of this function reverse, I will swap the first element and the last element. For that, I have already uploaded a video on swapping. If you do not know the swapping, then see that video. Thereafter you should see this video. So for that, very easy, you can understand here as well. Temp. So first you see temp. Inside temp we store the value of the first element. Star a indicates the first element, the value of first element, and this value is being reserved in temp variable, and thereafter this star a means the first element inside the address a. Now the value of the last element will be stored, and the last element is a plus n minus, sorry, here m n, this n will not work because this n variable has been declared inside the body of this main, but that equals m. So here n will not work. Remember this, any variable declared inside a function will not work inside the other function until it is declared. So here we cannot write m n, we have to write m, and here will be 1. So this is the last element. So by this statement I want to say that the value of the first element is stored in temp, and by this second statement I want to say that the first element is now storing the last element of the array, and the third one will be this last one. To swap, to reverse an array, we have to interchange the values. So this last element must store the first element, and first element by symbol is star, but this star is not now retaining the first value because its value has been updated with this sentence. So this star a now is retaining the last value. First, to store the first value in this last element, we have to equate it to the temp, because temp is given with this statement. The temp variable is given the value of first element. So I here type temp, not star a. This is conceptual. Try to understand this. Now with these three statements, the first and the last elements of the array has been swapped. So for the next time I have nothing to do with these two elements. So we will do the work for the remaining elements, the same work. And for the same work we use recursion. Recursion means here is the function reverse, and here is this is the body of that function reverse. Inside this body we will again call the function reverse again, but this time, as you know that I have already done the work for two elements, so we have to reduce the size by 2. So here will be m minus 2. The size has been reduced because I have done the work for two elements, and here the first address of second element will be passed because we have done the work for the first element. So we will pass the address of second element. For that I have written here a plus 1. A plus 1 is the address of second element. Now okay, and whenever we use the recursion thing, there is always a base condition. Without base condition, it will continue to run forever. It will never end. So that we use the condition here. What will be the condition? If this m is less than or equal to 1. Suppose after each run the array size reduces. After first run the array size reduced by 2, as I mentioned here. So the array maintains its reduction. It is reducing its elements continuously, and it will reduce up to the size 1 or 0. Thereafter there will be no elements, and for the for the array size 1 there is no need to swap. So our program is, I think this program is complete. Let us now, one thing remains here. We have to show the result to the user. So we have to use the printer function. For that, we do not type similar thing again and again. So here I copy, and here I do paste. Okay, I have pasted, but to show the user the result, we use printf function. Here will be printf, and here to scan, the values are stored at an address. So here will be ampersand. I think this program is now okay. Let us run this program. Okay, it is saying something is wrong. Reverse was not declared in this scope. Let us see. Okay, here will be the this line. This line is for the function declaration, and at the end we have to write semicolon. Now I think it is okay. Yes, it is running. It says the array size is I place 4. Now it is asking the values for the array. I place, for the simplicity, 1, 2, 3, 4, and thereafter I have entered 4 values, and after this I press the key enter. You see here 431, the values have been reversed, but there is no difference. There is no distance between the two digits. So for that I here, to maintain a distance between the digits, I will type \t. First you see the entire program. This is the upper part of this program. This is the lower part of this program. I am again showing to you. This is the upper half of this program, and this is the lower half of this program. Okay. Now, as I said, to maintain the distance between the digits, here I type \t in the lower part of this program. Now it is okay. Let us run this again. Okay. Here this time I take array size 5, so I have to enter 5 numbers. You can insert any 5 numbers, but for the simplicity I take 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. You see, I have entered 5 elements. Now I am going to press the key enter. You see, this is the output. This is the output. Okay, so you should understand this program, and you see that elements are in reverse order. 5, 2, something is wrong in this. First and last elements have been reversed, but not the. Here is our program. Sorry, here will be, here you see the condition is m less than or equal to 1. This means that m is 0 or 1. If array size is of 0 and 1, then there is no need to swap. We swap when array size is greater than 1. So here is the wrong thing. Here will be greater than 1. Now I think it is okay. Here I press 5 for the array size, and the elements, this time I take different numbers, 1 1, 2 2, 3 3, 4 4, 5 5, and you see, okay, this time it is nice, it is correct. So you see this white line, the numbers inside this white lines are the is the output, and you see these numbers are in reverse order: 55, thereafter 44, thereafter 33, 22, and at the last 11. So this program is working well. I have modified this program 2 times, so I am going to show the entire program again. And here is the entire program. You see, this is the upper half of this program, and here is the lower half of this program. So in this way you see the total of the program to reverse a function, to reverse the elements of an array using recursion. This is recursion because I am again showing you this is the function, and this is the body of the function, and inside this body you see reverse the calling the same function again. Reverse is the function name, so reverse the function reverse calls the function reverse, that is itself. The function is calling itself. So this is an example of recursion. Using recursion we have reversed the elements of an array. Okay, and if you do not understand, then I am again saying to you that this program is based not only recursion but also pointers, on pointers. So to understand the pointer thing, you have to see the previous video. Okay, thanks.